guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Collector Club exclusive, Transmutate, from their Transformers Timeline series. Now, this is not the freebie figure that you get when you sign up with the club. This is bought extra. But when you get it, they do a really nice job of incorporating that free figure with this box set. As you can see, you got Transmutate here on the right side, as well as Rampage there on the left. And basically, you're able to see that Transmutate is a repaint of the Transformers Prime Arcee figure, specifically the First Edition one. Whereas Rampage will be a repaint of the Transformers Prime Megatron with a new head, and as you can see, that's what head you're looking at there. Really nice box here. It's very collector friendly, very hardcore in terms of the thickness, just really overall very nice. You got a nice image of Transmutate here on the side, as well as the Maximo logo. Come around to the other side, basically the same thing, nothing on the bottom. You got all the information such as the Transformers Collector Club, which you can get all that information there at their website or by calling the phone number there. Call that number and tell them that Optibotimus sent you. But really nice. Now the thing that is really cool about this, and I'm gonna try separating this, the box is like a shoebox, but it's really tight. So come on, splitting this apart, get this out. You get some extra stuff in here that is designed to house your Rampage figure when you get it. You got some foam inserts here that just remove, and then you can put Rampage right in there. And it looks like they have it done where maybe you can put them in robot mode and vehicle mode or something, whichever you really want. Not 100% sure, but putting that foam back in there, you do get a little bit of a bio card on Transmutate. And zooming in so that we can read that. You got the technical data for up here, as well as a slightly different bio here. Now, basically, if you're not familiar with Transmutate, she was a protoform in the Beast Wars universe that had a little bit of damage done to her. This, from my understanding, is how Transmutate would be if she didn't experience that damage. And the bio says, life should not hurt. Life should have marvel. It is far from obvious that inside the cheerful Transmutate lies a swirling maelstrom of destructive energy that could spell devastation for all those around her. While lesser robots would obsess over how they could use such power for their personal gain, Transmutate focuses on the beauty of all that she encounters. Even the mundane fills her with wonder. More than once, she has removed panel overlays to study the intricate web of circuit pathways, memory buses, and diodes that make up the internal construction of a computer terminal. Her interaction with other Maximals is no different, as she treats each new acquaintance like something new for her to inspect. Even those held in regard as monsters can bring her a moment of fascination. Really very nice, and I love the artwork on here. And then as you can see up here at the top section is where the figure is. And as I said, she is a repaint of the First Edition Arcee figure, which I think is a great use for this. It doesn't have that same look that the Beast Wars that Transmutate had, but again, it's basically Transmutate without having that damage done to her, so really nice. Zooming in a bit, you can see that she basically has this copper / beige kind of color going on. You got a nice Maxima logo there, and also on the other side, you got this very nice, not even a powder blue, it's a really nice blue color actually, but it's not really powdery, and it's not that Allspark blue. You got some red windshields on here. I mean, overall, very nice looking. If you are familiar with how the First Edition Arcee looked, this is exactly it. There isn't anything different in terms of molding. Got some nice silver paint here on her exhaust as well. I mean, overall, this is a very nice, high-quality looking figure. Something that you would expect as an adult collectible that you paid $70 for. So it works. But yeah, a really very nicely colored figure. I really do dig it. The wheels still roll perfectly. You still have the kickstand here. She does come with instructions that are underneath the foam insert. And since we've already covered this, I'm not going to show you how to transform it. If you do need to know how to transform it, I'll put the link down to my original review of the First Edition Arcee, and you can get those instructions there. But because we've already seen it, I'm going to go ahead and skip it here in this video, and we're going to go from Transmutate looking like this to looking like this. And as I said time and time again, this is the same mold that we got with the First Edition Arcee, so not much is going to be different other than the color. One thing that I do like is, unlike Arcee, where these were You kind of had to leave them back to create that look that she had. I like actually leaving them down to give a little bit more of a unique look to her, but I really do dig this. One thing that you're seeing, you still have her little blade weapons. One thing that you see a little bit more here in the actual robot mode is that, like, along the side here, you got a nice paint of gold putting on the edges here, which give a nice accent to it. Really looks cool. You also do get a little bit more gold here in her actual face. The bits around the outside of her face are actually painted gold, which look really nice as well. And it has a very thin kind of look to Transmutate that translates well, I think. I really do dig it. You do still have her blades that, if you wanted to, you could put like a blade here on this arm. I'll put it there. Well, no, maybe use this one, I guess. You could put it on there, because if you remember, the original one had a weirdness and a bit of a asymmetric look to her, where one arm was just a giant nub of sorts, and then one of her extra legs had, I think it was actually this leg, that had some extra detail on there, or such as parts and stuff. So maybe you could do something like that just to break up that look, I guess. But I think it looks terrific, and it just, this mold, I think, just really works for Transmutate. Articulation wise, it is all the same. The head is on a nice ball joint, so you get a nice range of motion. The shoulders here are on ball joints. They also rotate at the upper part of the bicep. You got 2 joints here at the elbow. Then the wrist moves in and out. I guess you could say there's waist articulation. It's part of the transformation. It is there. But I don't think you're going to get a lot of dynamic poses from it. The hips here are on ball joints. They move forward and back. They move in and out. They rotate at the upper part of the thigh, right below the actual ball joint. You got a hinge here down for the knee. And then I guess you could sort of say that there's feet. It's part of the transformation where it just folds back, but you can't even really do too much with it. But it looks really cool. Now, one thing that I actually like doing makes it, again, a little bit more different looking. Take this whole section. We're going to knock off her tire. I guess you could take her tire off. Let's put the tire right back on there, though. That's supposed to stay on there. There we go. Get that up. Bring these up and around. Keep this down, keep this down. If you really wanted to contribute more to a unique look to this, you can kind of leave these up like that, and then that gives a more thin sort of look here in the head area. It does give a little bit more of this weird behind the head backpack look, but I kind of dig that as well. I mean, if I could actually remove all of this, it would be even more ideal. Let's see if I can get this sitting down a little bit further. I mean, I dig that kind of look as well. Like I said, it gives a very thin look to this figure, which is what Transmutate had. So for me, I almost choose to display this figure looking like this, I think. Just further differentiating it from that just regular Arcee figure. Let's see, what else? You wiggle that off, pull that all the way back. Guess you could do something like that if you wanted to get that wheel out of the way. But I mean, I really do dig this. I honestly did not think I was going to like this as much as I really do, but it really has impressed me. It's a great use of that mold, and I can bring the elbows down a little bit more. It's a great use for this mold, and I really am excited about the Rampage figures that's coming out as well. Unfortunately, I got a little bit of a shaft with that, where my membership expired, and then I was emailed several times saying that I had to update it, and I went in and I updated it, and then because of their system, I have to manually assign the new payment, because I had to switch my credit card. I had to manually assign that new credit card to my subscription. I didn't know I had to manually do it. I thought it automatically would do it. So because I didn't manually do it, I ended up getting the shaft and not getting in my order for Rampage. But I am hoping that they will have some at BotCon here in a couple weeks that I'll be able to pick up. If I am able to do that, great. If not, I think I have a friend of mine who said that he'd be willing to sell me. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get one of those, because I would like to add it to my collection. But at some point in time, I will get it. I really think that this is a great figure. I wish there was a way that I could put this somewhere else. Will that kind of wedge up in there? Yeah. something like that. I don't know. But there you have Transmutate with my slightly alternate look for it. I love it. I think it's well worth picking up. If you are interested in getting this, though, you do have to be a member of the Transformer Collector Club. So I'll put a link down in the video description where you can check that out, and you'll be able to get this figure as well. It's in stock, so you can get it after you sign up for the club. And beyond that, that's about it. So once again, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Keep in touch with me. Find out recent purchases as well as all upcoming video reviews all at facebook.com/teambotimus and by following me over on Twitter at twitter.com/optibotimus. Also, don't forget to check out my new website at optibotimusreviews.com, where you can check out all my videos from this past week, as well as see what I have coming up for future release. And don't forget, if you like this review, please rate, comment, and share this video. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.